In New York City, John Wick is grieving the death of his wife Helen. She wasn't just his partner, she was his anchor, the person who gave him a reason to leave behind a life of violence and darkness. Helen's death is not sudden, it comes after a long battle with illness. Her absence leaves John adrift, navigating a vast and empty world where every moment reminds him of her. He's surrounded by her memory, from the home they shared to the silence that lingers in her wake. But Helen, even in her final moments, thought of John's healing. Shortly after her funeral, John receives an unexpected delivery, a small, brown and white beagle puppy named Daisy, accompanied by a handwritten note from Helen. In the letter, she expresses her love and hopes for John to find solace in caring for Daisy. This puppy is more than a pet, it is Helen's final gift, a lifeline for John to hold on to. At first, John is hesitant, unsure if he can open his heart again, even to something as innocent as Daisy. But the puppy's playful energy and unconditional love begin to thaw John's frozen grief. Their bond grows quickly, and Daisy becomes a small light in the overwhelming darkness of John's life. Together, they create a fragile routine, taking drives in John's cherished 1969 Boss 429 Mustang and finding moments of peace in a world that feels alien without Helen. One day, during one of these drives, John stops at a gas station to refuel. There, he encounters a group of brash young Russian gangsters. Leading the group is Iosef Tarasov, an entitled and arrogant man who is immediately drawn to John's Mustang. Iosef offers to buy the car, but John politely declines, saying it's not for sale. Iosef, unaccustomed to rejection, tries to intimidate John, but John's calm and steely demeanor makes it clear he's not a man to be trifled with. Iosef and his crew drive off, but the encounter plants a seed of resentment in the gangster's mind. Later that night, John's world is shattered again. Iosef and his men break into his home, wearing masks and armed with baseball bats. They attack John, beating him mercilessly, leaving him bruised and barely conscious on the floor. Then, in an act of unthinkable cruelty, they kill Daisy, snapping the fragile thread that had tethered John to hope. As if to add insult to injury, they steal John's Mustang and leave him with nothing but rage and a broken heart. Daisy wasn't just a dog, she was a symbol of Helen's love, a reminder that life could still hold meaning. With her gone, John's grief transforms into something darker, an unstoppable force of vengeance. The following day, Iosef takes the Mustang to a chop shop run by Aurelio, a man well connected in the criminal underworld. Aurelio instantly recognizes the car and, more importantly, understands whose car it is. When Iosef brags about stealing it from some nobody, Aurelio punches him and throws him out of the shop, refusing to touch the car. Aurelio immediately calls John, confirming what John already knows: Iosef Tarasov is responsible. News of the theft and the brutal attack quickly reaches Iosef's father, Viggo Tarasov, the powerful leader of New York's Russian mafia. When Viggo learns that his son has crossed John Wick, his reaction is one of pure dread. He knows who John is, not just a hitman but a legend within the criminal underworld. Known as the Baba Yaga, John wasn't just a killer, he was a force of nature, the man you sent to kill the unkillable. Years ago, when John wanted to leave the life of an assassin to marry Helen, Viggo had given him an impossible task: a series of high-profile assassinations that would secure his freedom. Against all odds, John completed the task, cementing his reputation as a man of unparalleled skill and determination. Realizing the danger his son has unleashed, Viggo calls John to try and smooth things over. But John, consumed by rage, refuses to talk. Viggo takes a more aggressive approach, sending a squad of assassins to John's house to eliminate him. The assassins break into John's home, but they quickly learn why he is so feared. John dispatches them with brutal efficiency, using every tool at his disposal. The scene is a testament to his precision and combat skills, with each move calculated to maximize lethality. With the hit squad neutralized, Viggo escalates his efforts. He places a $2 million bounty on John's head, making him a target for every assassin in the city. He also enlists Marcus, a veteran hitman and John's former mentor, to take the contract. While Marcus appears to accept, his loyalty to John remains ambiguous. John seeks refuge at the Continental, a luxurious hotel that serves as neutral ground for the criminal underworld. Violence is strictly forbidden on its premises, making it a temporary sanctuary for John. There, he reconnects with Winston, the hotel's enigmatic owner, who provides him with a crucial piece of information: Iosef is hiding at the Red Circle nightclub. John infiltrates the club, blending into the crowd as he hunts his target. The sequence is a masterpiece of tension and action, with John systematically taking down Vigo's guards. The chaos escalates as John confronts Iosef, who barely escapes thanks to the intervention of Vigo's lieutenant, Kirill. Injured but undeterred, John retreats to the Continental to regroup. Back at the Continental, John faces another threat, Ms. Perkins, a ruthless assassin who violates the hotel's rules by attempting to kill him in his room. Marcus, watching from a nearby building, intervenes by firing a warning shot, allowing John to subdue Perkins. Under duress, she reveals that Vigo has a hidden cache of cash and blackmail materials stored in a church. John attacks the church, destroying Vigo's assets in a fiery explosion. When Vigo arrives, John ambushes him, killing many of his men. However, Kirill manages to capture John, bringing him face to face with Vigo. During their confrontation, Vigo mocks John, questioning why he's willing to kill so many over a dog. John's response is simple yet profound: Daisy wasn't just a dog, she was a symbol of hope, a reminder of his humanity. Marcus once again comes to John's aid, helping him escape. John then tracks down Iosef at a heavily guarded safe house. The ensuing assault is a relentless barrage of violence, culminating in Iosef's death. With his son dead, Vigo lashes out at Marcus, torturing and killing him for his betrayal. He then calls John, taunting him with the news and luring him into one final confrontation. Winston, ever the informant, tells John that Vigo is preparing to flee the city by helicopter. In a high-speed chase through the rain-soaked streets of New York, John intercepts Vigo at the harbor. The final fight is brutal and raw, with both men pushed to their limits. In the end, John kills Vigo, bringing his rampage to a bloody conclusion. Exhausted and wounded, John stumbles into an animal clinic, where he tends to his injuries. In a quiet moment of redemption, he adopts a pit bull puppy scheduled for euthanasia. With his new companion by his side, John begins the long walk home, battered but alive, ready to face whatever comes next.